Welcome back. We are here for The Between Secrets in Lavender, episode 28. We are going to be wrapping up with the first part of the confrontation after our hunters answer the mastermind question. They have finished the assault. They have sent the interlopers, the dimensional interlopers, home. And protected Hargrave House, and evidently also protected Nora, for some reason. The mastermind question is, it's like, how does the mastermind intend on destroying the crown? You must be getting close to the real answer, because otherwise why would she send such a force against you all, right? So, what is... Looking at the clues, who wants to read off the clues that you guys have amassed so far and then describe how you're using them?
I feel like Mike should read off the theory because that was such a magnificent drawing together of the clues. I can read the clues if you like.
Okay.
Something recognizable on Lord Brookmead's corpse from Enigma Little Blackbirds. That is journal entries of an expedition with Sir Thomas Shearer Cole. From the stinger to Enigma Little Blackbirds, an old portrait of REC members, with everyone in the picture except for Mrs. Pemberton-Potts and Sir Thomas Shearer Cole, is run through the heart with branches. A gift left during the temptation of Linbow High in Limehouse Lurker. A bouquet of begonia, oleander, lavender, and foxglove, meaning warning, caution, distrust, and secrecy, wrapped with a bright red band. A gift after the resolution of the coven. Bouquet of tansy and snapdragon, meaning hostility and difficulty. A tchotchke among Mrs. Pemberton-Potts' effects. From Spider Silk Seamstress, a pewter tin with Sir Richard Harlow's coat of arms. An item found in a hidden compartment of Mrs. Pemberton-Potts' carriage, from Order of Azure Eyes, a cravat monogrammed with Harrison Leeds' name. A hunter looking at their reflection in any mirror, looking older and more drawn, with what looks like branches growing in the background, threatening to overwhelm them from behind. A cracked quartz sphere embedded in a stone pedestal. A map showing an expansive forest with well-laid paths and trails and one plotted route for trade, but with mysterious red marks expanding out of the forest as well. A hunter walks with Mrs. Pemberton-Potts in a daydream or dream and hears, "Are you ready for the forest's coming?" Rue plant vision with Queen Victoria hearing, "You'll regret what you've done." An overheard argument between REC members who argue it was a long time ago, and whatever happened was not their fault. And a gold pocket watch on a chain still works, but the hands are tiny forest branches.
And the theory is that the Queen sent Sir Thomas Shearer Cole to lead an expedition to a haunted forest in pursuit of an exotic flower. Whichever one, Mads, you can choose. I thought maybe the fern flower of Baltic mythology might be good. It gives good fortune, wisdom, etc. She's not interested in that. It's an exotic flower so that she can compete with Empress Elizabeth of Austria, who at the time had a very impressive Edelweiss display. She had a bunch of filigree, jewelry, and the Edelweiss at the time was a very difficult flower to get. Sir Thomas Shiracole died on this expedition, abandoned by his fellow members of the Royal Explorers Club. And for the insensitive sacrifice of her love for the sake of vanity, Mrs. Pemberton Potts, our dear mastermind, intends to punish the crown by bringing the forest, that primeval source of all verdancy, the source of all forests, effectively, to London. She intends to do this by using those who have survived being exposed to the forest as seeds from which the forest can bloom. Uh, Typically, this is anyone who has come in contact with something from the forest, like the retinue that abandoned her late lover. Uh, and the ritual to do this will probably result in their very violent deaths, which I assure you is just a happy accident, as far as she's concerned. Uh, as for the leading members of the expedition, we have Sir Thomas Shearer Cole, who unfortunately died, and if he hadn't, none of this would have happened. Uh, Lord Philip Brookmead from Little Blackbirds, who kicked this whole thing off. Harrison Lead from Azure Eyes, who also died under mysterious circumstances. And there were a couple of other individuals that we've met along the way that have been part of the crew on that expedition. Nora is one, but one of the reasons why she hasn't died is because she's under the protection of Mordecai and Maglasang, who has an inside loop on the whole thing. Uh, we have James Allardyce, who was part of that ship's crew as well, but because of the transdimensional stuff that he had to deal with in meantimes, he doesn't need to worry about going from place A to place B. The Dryad, this being of plant life, was brought from the forest, but now they're protected by Suleiman, who, powerful within his own domain. Uh, and Zhao Donghai from the Limehouse Lurker was one of the individuals who was also on that ship's crew. And there's collateral damage too. Reginald Baines, one of the nobles that was being courted by the Coven, had a bunch of plants in his mansion. Some of those could have been bought from the expedition, meaning that he is a potential seed. Algernon Griswold from our time with the Pinkerton could have bought expedition notes at auction, reading too deeply into things he shouldn't know. And given the threat, the fact that if she succeeds, the whole of Great Britain will be turned into a haunted grove, some people may want to stop that. Like, say, divine intervention, an angel from on high being sent, and then immediately being bound, because such intervention was expected, into a flawed vessel, thus creating the black and white and red all over threat. The one that doesn't quite fit is Richard Harlow, who I like to think, being he was an alienist, being that he was somebody who knew a lot of information, simply knew too much and needed to be taken out. So an arrangement was made with Mrs. Beaumont to remove this man before he could piece together everything and expose her plot. And then the flower language is just, honestly, Mrs. Pemberton-Potts being very petty about, yes, I know flower language, I know the value of all these things, and I'm doing it better than you.
I think perhaps, given that the flower language to us started out with warnings, she might have been feeling out at that time whether we were allies, because she brought us into Little Blackbirds.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
And
point.
then it got more sinister, the warnings and such, as she realized, no, we weren't going to be on her side. And she was trying to tell us to stay out of her business. Not that we listened.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, maybe the flower language are seeds in and of themselves. Needed for the ritual. Needed for the ritual, right?
She's been leaving those everywhere. She's been just
exactly.
sliced.
Exactly. Of course. I mean, you leave your seeds everywhere. See what sprouts.
Oh no. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Mhm.
Question: how are you incorporating the gold pocket watch?
The branches.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I think
The hands look like branches, right?
Okay.
So that they reflect this change in the ether
Okay.
of the forest that is actually coming. It is going to be the time of the forest.
Oh, nice. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah. Yeah, the forest's, for lack of a better word, paradigm is taking over even the most mechanistic aspects of London.
Cool. All right, great. All right, and then yeah, you've already covered the REC members. Ready for the force coming. The map. Yep. I know there was a question about the quartz sphere.
Ah.
In the past.
I think the
Yeah, go ahead. You go ahead.
I'm thinking the quartz sphere is I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. It's kind of the metaphysical seed. I don't know. It is a heart in some sense of the forest.
It's a foci.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was in the forest originally. The members of the expedition who abandoned Shearer Cole brought it out. And possibly as a bit of genteel blackmail before her true vengeance plot originated. She managed to get the survivors to at least give me this.
Mm.
And she's been using its power to enable all the rest of this.
Maybe it's like a doorstop, even that you can use to draw the forest in.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Right, because a stone is something very solid.
Right. It does not itself grow.
No, but it holds things open, it holds things in a stasis.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then
access to things.
Yeah, and then from the stinger scenes, it's like you can definitely, like assume that is part of like some kind of ritual that ties the forest to the other doors, the other dimensions. Because I like
places.
I like the all forest theory because I mean, like, the forest lives everywhere, including other places. So, yes, I love that. Okay, so
it is not merely a forest; it is forest. It is the metaphysical totality of forest,
exactly. Which is nice as a backswing to like the whole Industrial Revolution, like the city is grungy sort of thing. Just return to nature, forgo all civilization.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and perhaps that's why, like, that's another way she's trying to help, because it's like, she's bringing everybody back to nature. Then it's like, it's kind of like as you say, a backlash against the whole industrial.
And she said that she was helping people, right? That was what she was trying to do.
Matter.
The people matter. Yeah, exactly.
I remember that from the miasma thing.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. Everybody was covered, and then you were covered in the collateral damage as well as the people who were killed, or died, or disappeared. Let's see.
I think I was able to get most every threat.
I'm pretty sure that you got everything. So I'm trying to see. Yeah, I mean,
I think you may have skipped mentioning Reverend Archibald Casaubon in your recounting.
Oh.
He's here in the list, but from the miasma threat, but he was the ship's cleric from the expedition.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I like that tie-in of like, like he was on the ship, he was part of the expedition that initially, like, Sir Thomas was part of, that people, decided to abandon him. So so do we want to definitely tie in the whole thing about Queen Victoria regretting the fact that she sent Sir Thomas essentially to his death? Is that what we're saying? That one is? That's what it's from?
Yeah. I don't know whether Mrs. Pemberton-Potts expects the Queen to extrapolate what she should be regretting, or whether she intends to send a more explicit message as part of this, or has sent. But I think it is very, very pointed that the Queen is supposed to personally pay for the way the expedition went.
Right.
I think the Queen doesn't know what she's supposed to regret, right? She is supposed to regret the whole expedition thing, but the Queen is not. Like, she's done so many things. Come on, what was she supposed to regret here?
Right. I mean, you could go from the imperialistic thing, right? The imperialistic thing to like, maybe she remembers she sent the one guy. She don't know. It's yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe she was mean to
Some
the
people were supposed to get me flowers. They didn't. I don't know.
exactly, right?
I
I
have better
mean, you're like
things to
it's just
think
like the
about.
surface of it, right? I got more important things. I gotta run like an empire. What the hell? Yeah. So, I like it all. I really do. Now here's the problem: you still have to roll.
Oh no, how much
Yeah.
pluses do we have though?
It's complexity 8, so you got a +5.
Okay, but we have
Okay.
still haven't tied in the TBD because
Oh
that would
wait,
have given
yeah,
us
yeah.
14, right?
I
I'm
did.
just
So
saying,
14. So TBD that I forget where I pulled
yeah,
the TBD from. Um,
I don't know either, but I was maybe it's cutting from a tree or something that has been
Might
grafted
it have been
onto, I don't
left at
know,
a royal
a
residence?
lantern or something, something unlikely.
well, I mean,
Or,
like putting your thumb on the scale for that TBD. Like,
Mhm.
what part of the answer do you want to hone in on, in terms of destroying?
This could be her message
Mhm.
to the queen.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I like that.
So what do you think her message specifically to the queen is with that TBD? Like why you're gonna regret this, bitch.
Maybe
It's like,
maybe she sent her an Edelweiss.
oh, okay.
Just like here, you got your flower along with everything else that's coming.
Oh shit. Oh
See
shit.
that that
It would absolutely be in character for her to send a floral message,
Yes. Yes.
yes,
and
yes,
that the victim might have no idea what it means.
yeah,
Right, right,
yes,
right.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, she's the florographer, like
Hmm.
not Victoria, but I mean,
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, but maybe, like, if that is the final clue, I will
Hmm.
say that, it, it- if people want to look up, like, like a good flower bouquet to say it's like I'm taking vengeance or whatever,
Hmm.
like I'm gonna say that bouquet will end up like on Victoria's desk somewhere, like somewhere
Hmm.
that she's gonna see it, or on her throne or something like that, and she's gonna look at it and say, "Oh no, I remember." Yeah,
Mm,
Uh, I can throw something together real quick here.
yeah. Then like throw that in as the last clue, so then you get +6.
Hmm. Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you for that reminder, because I
Oh,
totally forgot about I gave you guys a TBD for a reason.
might
yes.
I recommend
Mm,
Colt's
mm, mm.
Foot?
What flower? I mean, what plant?
Colt's foot?
Colt's Foot.
Uh, what does that specific mean?
If I understand correctly, justice shall be done.
Yes.
Ooh,
Nice.
Love, 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 love. Nice.
perfect.
Woohoo.
And if she ties it together with the Austrian Empress's favorite flower, then that might
Yes.
actually make clear what this is about.
Well,
Yeah.
she probably would have put an Edelweiss. Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
it's out of
definitely.
season, and it's
absolutely.
probably out of season too. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, which
she,
absolutely.
implies that somebody's able to grow them out of season, which is
right.
Yeah,
a
heart.
heck of a thing.
It's like, oops, I'm
Yeah.
petty beach.
Yep.
like,
Yep.
like. Nice.
Uh, let's see.
Yeah, if you could confirm that. I'm also seeing Black-Eyed Susans.
Probably both. I'm
I mean, you could put both in there plus the Edelweiss, and like you just be like, beach.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's fine.
Yeah.
And that's basically the scene. It's like if that's the final clue, then that's the one that Victoria will see and just basically be eyes widened, oh no. So, oh my god, I love that thing you put in the chat. I love that
Hmm.
the whole is ultimately Sissy's fault for flexing with the Edelweiss.
Hmm. Yeah.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay.
Ooh, and then apparently Bay Wreath is used as a symbol for reward of merit. So Colt's Foot, Bay Wreath, and Edelweiss.
Oh my god.
And though she has already used this in a message to us, Tansy for I declare war against you.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, she hasn't sent it to Victoria yet, so what the fuck? Love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it all. Just go ahead and put that as your final clue, and then whomever's rolling with a +6.
I think Mike should roll.
You're gonna make me.
Then I'll roll the other die.
Okay, thank you. All right, I don't want to be the only hand on this knife. Let's go. All right,
I mean,
all
I'm gonna say is like, all it means is that it's like, if you miss or mixed or whatever. I mean, like, it just means that the confrontation question is a little harder. That's all. That's fine.
I mean, we can actually miss with the +6, so.
Shh.
All right.
Hey, sorry.
1,
Oh no.
2,
Okay,
3.
go. There's a 2. There's a 6.
And
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Okay, so 14.
You carried. Good.
Well done.
You guys are just freaking me out.
We should have
Okay.
listened. The test rolls before, they weren't looking good. They continue to not look good.
I know. Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, hold on. Oh god, slippy fingers. Okay, so 6 + 2 is 8 + 6 is 14. Wonderful. All right, so you are so right, so incredibly right.
Of course we are.
Yeah. And like, there's gonna be something special since you got 14. Let me write this down. Hold on. Gotta think about what that is. It may not appear in this episode, but it'll definitely appear by the time you get to part 2. For sure. Okay. So, you've discerned her plan. Just out of curiosity, and this is outside of the mastermind question in particular, because you heard about this, Mordecai, from one of the visitors.
Mhm.
Why do you think she wanted Nora? Or why do you think he was sent to get Nora?
Because Nora has a connection to the forest. She's been using the forest power to kick this whole thing off. And I think since this was the first time someone used the forest power that was not Mrs. Pemberton-Potts, she was special. She was probably really disappointed that I took her with me.
Yeah. Or that you didn't let her die. Yeah.
Yeah, or that I
didn't let her die, didn't let mundane authority.
Yeah, catch up with her. I don't think she expected that.
If you let mundane authorities get her, then she could have gotten her. You know, it would have been very easy to pluck her out of prison, for sure. But
yep, we know she's got the connections for that.
Yeah, and I think that was the first inkling she had that we were not her allies and never going to be her allies.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure that was kind of noticed. Okay, great. So, you know her plan. So, let's look at the hunters mechanically out of character for a sec. People's got conditions. So people's got to go do some vulnerable moves because you do not want to go into the confrontation with shit going down. So please do some vulnerable moves this morning.
Okay. And do we want to also do our masks now, or
if you want to do masks, you know, as you're coming out of, like, you know, contemplating the mastermind's plan, I will totally enjoy that. Just remember to just tell us what the prompt is before you do your narration.
Yeah. How many masks do we have to tell? I have 2.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to do your 2 masks, that's fine. You don't have to do them all in a row. You can, like, you know, like, alternate with each other. That's perfectly fine too.
I can start with one of them. Do you want to hear what my final test was for getting into the cult, the order, or do you want to know how I lost my skin tone?
I want to know how you lost your skin tone, honestly.
Okay. Okay, so that it was something where you felt released of all your burdens, right? That was from
I think it was Azure
catharsis.
Eyes, wasn't it?
It was Azure Eyes, yes, it was. Da, 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 da. Mask of Catharsis. Each hunter narrates a flashback to a time they felt released of all their burdens. Okay, so we will see a younger, but Mordecai, but already an adult man. And he is in a laboratory room kind of thing where he works. And you can see on the set of his shoulders and his mouth that he's filled with rage. He's so outraged. He's so fucking angry. And he's working on a doll. It is a very lifelike doll. And as it comes together, you can see that it mirrors himself. It has the clothing, has the hair, it's from his own head hair. He drenches it with some of his blood, binds one of the entities to it. And then finally, conjuration, he puts his hand on it. And the doll takes a more lifelike note. The skin becomes like the light skin tone that Mordecai naturally has. The cheeks get a little rosy, just a little bit, and it starts breathing. But the hand that he draws away from this puppet is paper white, because it's giving a skin tone to this doll. That is what he put into it to make that connection. And then he goes and he takes a deep breath. You can see he kind of lets go of this anger. Goes towards the door, takes the doll. Next, you see him. He sets the doll into a coach. It's the coach drive. And then he rides off, watches the coach go, breathes out. You can see the tension leave him, because every magic that was going to target him will now target that doll. You will never find him with magic. We'll never find him with the name Gabriel Jones, because all of that will reach the doll and not him. And he breathes out and lets go of the doll. So that leaves his eyesight, turns the horse into another direction, looks up and thinks, and you can see that he feels finally free of his past. It won't last, but for this moment, at least, he felt free. Even though his skin is now white as paper. There you go. That was one of my masks.
Evidently, Raphael had some other tricks up his sleeve, because he still found Gabriel. But
yeah, but it took him about 10 years to find Gabriel.
Yes. So
I have an outstanding mask for a mask of the past,
okay.
But all of them kind of tie into each other, and I don't know how to go forward because I haven't used the last two masks of the past.
Okay.
So hold off on narrating those until I actually use them, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you haven't used a mask yet, then obviously don't narrate it. I mean, this is for outstanding masks that haven't had a chance to be narrated yet. So
Okay. Then the last time we saw Felix was him crawling back to Olympus to be restored to his divinity and being given a quest to save London, and in doing so, undo something that he had a part in. Let's go a little bit before that, after he gave up his divinity, and narrate a flashback to when Felix first met the person he fell madly in love with. She was proud. That was the first thing that really caught his attention. It was a certain pride and competence that he hadn't seen in a long time. He tried plying with gifts and flattery and connections, and she forewent them and just engaged him in conversation. She had sharp eyes, she knew what she wanted in the world, and if she did not know how to achieve it at the moment, she learned, she grew. She built a mass network, all under her own strength. Very difficult for a woman in the Victorian age. but it was those eyes that captured him the most. And as the years passed, she was a constant companion. And he loved her. Not romantically, you see, but in the same way that one feels close to a friend, a confidant, to one that you continually show favor to, something that he hadn't seen since Arachne. And we see him outside of a door knocking. And on the nameplate, there's some polite conversation. He's welcomed in and they chat and there's laughter inside. And on the plate on the door, it says Lady Rose Pemberton-Potts.
Did she know you as Felix then?
No, I think I had a different name then.
That's why she didn't suspect.
Also, the fact that my appearance has changed. This isn't always the skin I've worn, so I got a new masterwork.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. But that familiarity that you had.
And I need to narrate the mask removed. Each hunter must reveal a truth they've never told another soul. You know, since this is framed as the hunter revealing a truth, I'm wondering whether it ought to be actually something that she reveals in the course of a vulnerable scene. And I think I'm going to go with it.
Okay.
So I could definitely use 2 vulnerable scenes because I have 2 conditions.
Yeah, I mean,
okay. It's also mechanically beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, it benefits everybody. So, I mean, like, everybody can, like, totally do whatever. But again, Vice has to be in play and, just has to involve at least, obviously, 2 of you. Or incurs a day move with an NPC.
Or I think the other 2 have not had a vulnerable move with James Allardyce.
Yeah, you can clear a condition with him too. So, I mean, just do a vulnerable move. I don't care who's with whom. Just do one. Damn it! God damn it! You guys make this so difficult.
I want to have a move with each of you because I have the conditions, and so
who do you want to get your heart torn out by first? That's the question.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Mordecai.
Yeah, and Mordecai needs to as well. So
Mordecai.
Yeah, Mordecai, you want to have a deep heart to heart?
Sure.
Hunting or smoking?
I think his mood would not be in the right place for hunting right now. So if that's okay with you, Ellie, I think that might be smoking.
Talk up.
Yeah, I like
you want a pipe of your own this time, or do you just want to hang out while I'm?
I just want to hang out. I cannot. Well,
I understand. So that was quite a night.
That was quite a night, indeed. Well, I think this is going to come to a head, is it not?
Yeah. The pebbles have bounced downhill, and now it's the boulders, I think.
I think it was inevitable from, at least from a certain point on, that this would come to a head.
Yeah.
I mean, she moved next to Hargreave House. That had to be intentional.
Yeah.
Because Hargreave House has protected London from things like that for a while now. from what I see.
I've been thinking about roads not taken. I don't know, that's not quite the right word, but who we could have been, how things could have gone.
Well,
The idea that those people were in some way counterparts to us, I don't quite understand how,
neither do I. This
but
person was very different from who I am.
yeah.
Although I felt there was a familiarity too, I cannot explain.
Yeah, it doesn't make rational sense, but on some level it makes sense.
Yes. Maybe.
And that has just had me thinking about, as I said, roads not taken.
I have also been thinking about the things that remain unsaid. And I think maybe I should say them because I might not have another opportunity. What I've come to understand is that this body that I'm currently occupying was never meant as a permanent residence for whatever was conjured at not at my birth, but before my birth. As you are aware that I'm not fully human, and I think the time is coming close to where I will have to leave this body and find my way to the place where that part of me comes from. To be clear, this body is dying. I won't live for a year, even if I survive the confrontation with Mrs. Pemberton-Potts. And I thought you should hear that from me, and I'm not entirely sure why, but I feel if roles were reversed, I would have liked to have heard from you, if that makes any kind of sense.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear it from you. If that happened and I found out that you had known and you hadn't told me, yeah, I would not have been happy about that. I don't know how much longer I can hang on. I fight every night. And one of these nights, I'm gonna lose. Not soon, I hope, but I don't know.
Have you ever tried to make peace with that thing?
I thought I had at one time. I thought I had. That's why I went back to Cora and Nate, I thought I had it understood, under control, that I'd made it part of me that I could live with safely. And more than that, there's a thing that had always been a little bit of a point of friction among us. Nate really wanted kids. And Cora had been unsure about that. I mean, she was a professional performer as he was. She didn't want to give up her career, as she probably would have had to. And then when I came into the mix, I didn't want to be tied down. I hadn't exactly had the best example of parenting, and I didn't want either to be tied down myself or to inflict myself on a child. And they talked Cora around eventually. And so they both kind of, to say that they worked on me makes it sound a lot more deliberate and manipulative than it really was. But they kind of, you know, brought it up now and then, tried to ease my fears. And I kept saying no. But during my time away from them, when I thought making peace with myself, I made peace with that idea too. And that was the other thing I was going to tell him when I got back. Never had the time. But I think what I need to do is just acknowledge that what could have been isn't what happened. And that dwelling on it won't make it any better.
Hmm.
So I think I need to think about the future I could have had with them as being as connected but remote as whatever it was with that little old lady. Sorry, I didn't explain that, and maybe for her sake I shouldn't. But anyway, last night. So yeah. I think that's I think for my own sake I need to not think about the roads not taken.
There will always, I hope you will find more roads not taken in your future, because that means that you will go on taking roads.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see.
What I can say, and I don't know if that means anything, it means something to me. I am glad that our roads converged, Ellie. I'm glad that I got to know you.
I'm glad too.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
And now I wonder what would have happened if I could stay around. Because being around you makes me feel things that I don't usually do. Actually, when I came here, I did not expect to care for anybody. I have not cared for anybody since Raphael, and he manipulated me into caring for him. And then I met you and Felix, and I cared. I still do. I wonder where that could have gone, but it won't now. As you said, no use crying over smoke, as the British say. I am British, yes. But
yes.
You know what I mean, I hope.
Well, we say the same thing in the States.
Oh. No, I wish I could brother and half brother and sister, but that would be foolish. They are nothing. They're probably nothing like me. And why would you anyway? But I have been wondering about a lot of things recently, especially since I've lost a battle for my humanity, which was recent. But maybe I just look forward to a new place, a different place. A place that might feel more like my home than this one.
Well, I hope that'll be true for you.
Thank you. I hope you'll find a solution to our curse.
Thank you.
And I think that's the scene, right?
Yeah.
Conditions.
Grieving.
Relentless affection.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and release those. And
Why affection? No, we still have the affection, but it's not bothering me anymore.
There you go. Yeah.
I know it's not like officially in there yet, obviously, but in a new tab, like for a new tab for the threat, I haven't put it in there yet. Just go ahead and put a TBD in the threat, in the clue list, and then you guys can create something when it starts ramping up. Okay, it'll be something that you can say that you've recalled or like you remembered from, like, when you were talking about this, that, and the other thing. Okay, so I'll give that to you. Do we have time for another vulnerable move, or do you want to take a break now?
I can keep going or take a break, either way.
I'm good to keep going.
We'll do one more vulnerable move, and then we'll take a break. So who's next?
I think it should be Mike's choice, since
I think Felix and Ellie.
sure thing.
Who's vice? Probably should be yours, Felix.
Yeah.
Mine again. What room isn't ruined by this place or by the assault from yesterday?
Nora and Nim had barricaded the windows. You guys had obviously, like, wrecked the library, went down the hallways. I don't think they managed to get into the ballroom. Like in the chase or whatever. So I mean, like, if you want to say that you're in the ballroom, maybe.
Trying to think of what gambling can be done in the ballroom.
It's a nice wide open space. You could have set up a dartboard or something in there if you wanted
I'm
to, or
bowling.
something like that. Pardon?
Ballroom.
I'm bowling. I'm bowling in the
gosh.
ballroom. I have servants that are there for the sole purpose of serving food because I can't go to the kitchen at the moment, and they're there setting up pins to throw.
There we go.
Okay.
And it's probably the sound of this activity that has drawn me to the ballroom. Like, what the hell?
For sure.
Oh,
Ellie,
I would ask what you're up to, but I can see.
why ask when you can participate? They'll throw the ball to you.
Why not? So just so I'm understanding the object, it's just roll and try to knock the pins down?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Give it a go.
Just working out a bit of stress before we address the situation.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot there to address.
Are you going to be able to deal with this?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Felix will line up a shot. It's important when you're playing this game that you focus on one objective and you throw smoothly and you're not distracted by anything else. He lets out a roll and he gets a strike, or whatever the Victorian bowling pin equivalent is. And I think you have divided loyalties.
That's a thing to say. What do you think I'm divided between?
Your love for doing the right thing and your actual love for a brighter tomorrow with your dear gentleman caller. If you were given the chance to leave with him safely, freely, I don't know if you'd resist.
Much as I care for Lansing, I think that would be the worst idea I could possibly have. And I don't just mean for the sake of London. I mean, I don't think he can deal with my curse.
Ah, yes. How does that make you feel? To have that opportunity for joy, for peace, for happiness, and just be held back by that one little complication.
The flippant answer is familiar. It's not pleasant. But, you know, I am very much aware that I am not safe to be around. And what I need, I guess, is to be with people who can not only acknowledge that, but who would do what was necessary.
Hmm. So resolved to die, aren't you?
I gave up looking for answers a while ago.
That was before you met me, a god. Felix will go to a convenient side table where he's been nursing some tea. A nice cup of coffee is poured out for Ellie. Good stuff, imported stuff, the
Mm,
Arabian stuff.
no, I will salute you with the cup and take a sip.
And he will pull three cards. One is an arrow. This is a relic from an old war a long time ago that was used to slay the great warrior Achilles. It can definitely kill you in the deepest throes of your curse. He holds up another card. This is a visage of Prince Puck. It's not a very appropriate image, but it's the best that I could do on such short notice. Good artists are so hard to find these days. It represents a favor from the Prince of the Fae. I'm sure you could probably find a way to be sojourned to that far off plane and sleep a deep sleep until maybe the curse fades or some other hope comes along. And then the final image is a card with Felix's face on it. Nothing can quite match the original, I assure you. I could take that curse from you. You could be a follower, and I could take away all your burdens. You could have a brighter tomorrow. It would hurt. It would push you to the very edge of who you are. But on the other side of it, you would be free of that curse. And he will take the cards and he will kind of tent them and he'll start shuffling them. 3-card Monty. So it's the same sort of conversation as we've always had, Ellie. I'm the only game in town. And you know that the game is rigged. So will you play?
This time I'm going to say no. I'm going to take my chances with fortunes of the world and not the fortunes that you offer. But I thank you for making the offer.
Well, if you are so convinced that destruction is your only option, you can take the arrow. It's a silvered tip. Consider it a gift from a god, a last bit of free favor that you'll get. And he will go up, and he will gently kiss your forehead. And he will whisper, you have struggled so much. And that freedom that you cling to, that thing that makes you so beautiful, hold on to it for as long as you can. And if you want to add Paris's arrow, that which slayed Achilles, something that was given to me by our very kind fox, that can be added to your personal quarters.
Awesome.
And I will offer fleeting touch.
And not accepted.
Okay.
Sorry. Conditions.
I had the condition burdened by knowledge. Now, I'm kind of liking the idea of not being certain what the future holds.
Love it.
And I had honesty at last. And given my most recent mask, given my familiarity with the threat, I focused mostly on Ellie. I focused 100% on not talking about me and my problems and my concerns and my part in this whole mess.
Amazing.
So I don't think that I'm clinging to honesty at last anymore.
No, that's fine. I don't think it's Felix's final play, though. So.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Have you seen my masterwork? I got 10 marks left. I have an entire
mean,
collection to use.
Oh, man. Damn you. Okay. So with that, and it brings us like right to a good 10 minutes. So yeah, let's go ahead and take 10 minutes. That brings us to the top of the hour. And when we come back, we'll continue on with some vulnerable scenes. All right. So see you in 10. All right. Who's next?
Mordecai needs another.
Yeah, I still need another, and I need it with Felix.
Okay.
If you're up for it, Mike?
Of course. And we used my vice, so
yes.
Yours?
Yes, so I don't know. I might hunt you down, but I don't know if that qualifies.
We could say so. Like I think Felix can read the room enough to like he knows that there's a conversation that's been brewing for a bit, and he knows that he's on your I'm real sick and tired of you list, so maybe he's been dodging.
Oh yeah, okay, I like that. Yes. Yes. Where do I find you, or should I tell you?
Where do you corner me?
Where do I corner you? And I think, yeah, it's in the pantry actually.
Okay.
Because I think you're there because your servants haven't gotten the right whatever you wanted, tea maybe, or the right honey to make ambrosia for you.
Okay.
Right.
You can't get good help these days. Just
Yeah.
he's like amid everything, the high tension, he's just enthralled in this.
Yes. I think Mordecai will stand at the door and just watch you go through the whole thing and then say, I don't think I'm ambrosia for anything we have in here.
No, I suppose not. We're trying to make do with what we have.
Yes, indeed. Poor you. I want to talk to you, Felix. Is that something you might be interested in, or?
There's no ambrosia here. I have things to do and followers to attend to. So if you don't mind, and he's gonna try and squeeze past you there.
Oh, I think Mordecai will let you. You're not at least the least bit curious what I want from you, God of opportunity, as you go.
You've made quite a point of resisting every offer, every temptation, and it would be admirable if it wasn't absolutely vexing the way that you do it.
You know, I really enjoy that it vexes you. That is odd, Felix. You're the only person who can bring joy to my life. Do you know that?
Felix will turn around slowly. Okay, now I'm curious. What do you actually want to talk about, Mordecai?
You know, and I think I've told you that I'm not long for this world, right?
Yes, I was fixing your arm and I saw how deep
Yes.
the
Yes.
entities had wriggled their way.
Yes, I will not. This body will loosen my soul eventually, and I will leave and I will go somewhere else. But I want something from you. I want an opportunity. I want the opportunity to get back eventually.
A return.
Yes.
A revival.
No. Just the connection. You did something to me when you tricked me into taking your hand, Felix. But it created a sort of bond between us. Did it not?
Yes,
And
it did.
if I have this bond, I can track it back to this world.
Ah, you wish to use me as an anchor for your return.
Yes, I do. I mean, what good is it knowing the God of opportunity if you can't ask him for
it? Flattered as I am.
Oh, you should be.
If all this resolves, if we resolve the issue with Mrs. Pemberton-Potts, I fear I will be going to a place that you will not be able to follow. It is not for you.
Oh.
But there are ways to make it so that you can still return, still bound by us.
Mm-hmm.
My masterwork, for example, is a physical artifact bound to my very essence. You could trace your way back there and be welcomed by numerous followers who worship me and will likely listen to you, to your every beck and call. After all,
You understand I don't want followers, right?
you don't want them, but you will have them, Mordecai.
Oh, I can live with that, I think. Maybe they're teachable.
I think you'll find that they're quite pliable and used to taking orders. However, I can't just give that sort of connection to you.
Of
That
course.
moment was fleeting, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
So, will you swear fealty to me for as long as you have in your remaining life?
I don't know if that's the kind of price I'm willing to pay. No, I don't think so, Felix, because I know that most of the relationship we have is in my mind. It's not real for you. But it is in my mind, it is a relationship between equals. And I treasure that too much.
Felix will extend a hand. It is merely an offer. I give you the opportunity to embrace it, should you change your mind.
Should I change my mind? I can. I still can.
You can resist taking advantage of my gift, but I offer it to you with an open hand.
I will take your hand. And he does.
There's that warmth again, fleeting touch. If you don't use it, then you're completely free and clear, but this is good.
Yes, this was what I was looking for. Thank you. I still want to bend the knee to you. You understand this, right?
I think I would lose respect for you if you did.
You have respect for me, from Felix.
In another life, I respected great.
I am touched.
Ugh. Now I've said too much.
Conditions. Sorry.
I think Mordecai will just give a smile at you and says, well, you've always been a puzzle to me, Felix, but I'm glad I can still affect you. And I think he will give you a pat on the shoulder or something.
Felix will say, don't get too familiar, Mordecai. We have to defeat a mastermind after all.
Indeed, we do.
Amazing.
And I think after we part ways, Mordecai can return to his room. And in the center, standing alone, just like perfectly balanced, is a cane etched with arcane runes capped with a silver and bronze snarling wolf's head. And it has a note that says, for your return.
Nice.
If you want to take that memento from the coven, from my personal quarters, and add it to yours.
Yep.
And then, did we manage to clear your condition?
I mean, I think we managed to clear drain because that was interesting, and to Mordecai was actually funny. And I've replaced it with the golden opportunity.
I mean, shaking hands with Felix, it could be invigorating in its own right. I mean, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It was.
Yeah.
But I think more invigorating was like how shaken Felix seemed by the whole conversation.
Yes.
I think it's because Mordecai was just in control of the conversation from the very start. Like, you knew what buttons to push, how to get his attention. He's very simple.
Yes. But I think that is absolutely fabulous. I just want to poke a little further and just point out, it's like, you know, just notice what Felix has done for you, and again, like where the drains had come from. So, just to be aware of what could possibly happen.
Oh, okay. I mean, Felix probably knows what he's doing.
Right.
Clearly, Felix knows what he's doing. He's a
clearly he knows what he's doing.
Clearly. Absolutely. I imagine the circle of vulnerable moves is complete. People feeling comfortable about what's going on. So,
I don't know if comfortable is the word, but I think ready to move on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, mechanically, like, I'm going to just say, it's like, you know, as you contemplate, you know, tackling Mrs. Pemberton-Potts, like, as she's made the first volley, mechanically, you will be going against her for what's going to be coming up next. I'm going to say that you will all be able to look at your personal quarters items, all right? And from here on out, anything phase related will be dealt with on a case-by-case basis, because this is the start of the confrontation, and we will not see the end of this whole phase cycle until you resolve the confrontation, basically, the confrontation threat. And the way it starts is you hear not a ring at Hargrave House's door, but you hear a knocking.
Yeah, instead of sending Moras, I think I would answer if nobody else beats me to it.
Yeah. So you answer the door,
Yeah.
and it's a young fellow who looks a little grubby but relatively cleaned up, and he's gingerly holding something that looks very nice. It's like a like a not what am I trying to say? Not manuscript paper, but I mean like just very fine, very wonderfully milled like paper, like thick, and it's like an envelope with a wax seal on it and stuff like that, and it has like Hargrave House's name on it, and he goes as he's tugging his cap, "This be Hargrave House?"
Yes, it is.
Oh yes.
Indeed.
And like he's presenting to you like as if it's like his hands are just like so like too grubby to hold this, but I mean he's presenting it to you with both hands. This be for you.
Was giving it to you.
Oh, this be from the missus down the street. But
I
she
see.
she had given me quite a bit of coin to make sure that it came to you all right away.
Why are you so nervous?
It was odd being down there. It just gave me a bit of the willies, So
I
right.
see. I see. I will take the envelope. Why not? Give him a little coin.
Thank you. And he'll doff his cap and he'll practically run down the steps of Hargrave House and
So I don't
run.
have to tell him. Good. He doesn't burst into flame or become a tree or anything
No,
like that, right? Good.
no. I mean he's just like running like
You
away
never know.
from running away from Belgrave as
Yeah,
fast as he can.
that's probably the wise decision. I close the door. I will take the bell. We have a bell right inside that we could ring for a
Yeah.
butler or something. And I will take it and ring it and go with the bell into the kitchen and throw the envelope on the table and wait for Ellie and Felix to show up.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm showing up real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like so. I mean, like people like start to come follow the sound of the bell. It's like Nora, who was actually out in the back. She comes in with her boys' clothes, and like she looks a little bit grubby from doing her usual stint in the garden. Um, I think. Do you think that you would have returned the dryad to Suleiman's by now, or do
I
you think
think so,
everybody?
yes.
Okay, all right. So
I
like
think
everybody
so.
would have gone away.
Mm.
Who
Probably
paid
with it.
Nim? Okay, just
Me.
making sure. Okay, just making
Do I
sure.
need to mark something from my
No, no, no.
personal quarters?
I'm just asking who paid him because it's like if he didn't get paid, he's not leaving. So
I don't know if
Speak
that's
speak with the follower in the Greek garb on your way out, and he'll make sure you're paid.
and then it's like like Nim will be like kind of like look the follower up and down, and just like all right, yeah. It's like if you want to speak to me, if you got a few minutes.
Why he's trying to flirt with your follower, man. Give him a
Oh, he's
chance.
flirting with the follower. Okay, yeah, go for it.
I mean, the man wants to get his bag, and well, Anyway,
uh,
so
so is Lansing
Lansing
coming
is
down
like
to the bell?
yeah, he's also coming down to the bell. So he's got his what he's wearing, like from yesterday, and yeah, he's
Lordy, I
also
should probably have a real conversation with him.
that is up to
you
you.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tolerate Lansing. Welcome Nora, the other two as well. Any followers can please go and do their own thing. Unless Felix wants them to adore him while we talk.
God.
No, that's all right. They have to clean up the bowling alley.
Ah, yes. Clean up the bowling alley
I
for
was
sure.
not aware we had a bowling alley.
We do
Any
now.
places of any places a bowling alley if you try hard enough.
Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, you toss the envelope on the table, and it looks unassuming. I mean, like it's just a plain cream colored like vellum type envelope. Very thick. Very posh paper, and you know with a wax seal on it. Hargrave House written on it in fine script. Who's opening it?
I will.
Okay. Okay.
Twirling
And
out the Bowie knife to slit the
I
seal.
was gonna say, also. And as you do that, it's like, there's a beautiful matching card that drops out of it, and on the outside of it, it's like it's got some brilliant like gold gilding letters and an invitation. Um, and it's like, of course, like, floral motifs, branches, that sort of thing. And on the inside, an invitation to Hargrave House for tea and refreshment. 10 p.m. this evening at Wreath Hall. And has specifically your names on it. Each one of you, and Nora, and Lansing.
Yeah, that tracks.
No invitation to the followers. Should be insulted.
The food would be wasted on them. It's a very lovely invitation, though. Embossed, off-white coloring, a tasteful thickness to the paper.
Will we follow the invitation, or will we strike first and try to get Magnuson out of whatever trouble he's in?
I kind of feel like it may be too late to get him out.
And Nora's
I
like
say,
giving you a stricken
realizing
look.
a little late that this was probably a callous way to put it. And
Nora's just giving you a stricken look, like, and she's kind of clutching at the pendant at her neck.
No, I think they still got him. They still need his power, because if it was too late, Ellie, I think we would all be up in trees to our throats.
True, that's true.
Hmm.
Do you think there's still hope? Nora's asking.
Yes, I do.
I do hope so.
An outright assault would be ill-advised, I would think. We saw how well it worked for her. If she's expecting an outright attack by us, given our, he'll look to the Bowie knife, he'll look to Mordecai skill set, perhaps a subtler approach would be unexpected.
Well,
and Lansing's like, what do you suggest?
We go to tea, Lansing.
And you don't suspect a trap?
I don't like playing by her tune. And also, yes, of course it's a trap.
Yeah.
Of course. Not saying to eat anything that she gives you, man. But
why that particular time? That seems a very odd time to have tea.
That it is.
Star constellations, the progress of her ritual. I think she wants us there so we can't mess anything up. So
we show up early for tea.
Oh, how gauche of us, Felix.
Propriety is something that Rose very much cares for. So why not bother her a little bit? Force her to play by the script of propriety and balance yet another plate along with her ritual.
I mean, if she invited us to tea, we can just go for traditional high tea time, right?
Yeah. We go at tea time. We say that either we either say, "Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't read it carefully," or, "Oh, we assumed that had to have been a mistake. Who has tea at 10 p.m.?"
Exactly. There is a proper way to have tea, and obviously someone of Miss Pemberton-Potts caliber would not break with that vaunted tradition.
And once everything falls apart, Lansing, then we'll get to the violence. I'm sure Ellie has an extra pistol or something that you can use, and Mordecai can prepare whatever arcane nonsense with Nora.
And then he'll kind of like look off into the distance, and we need to canvass this house and see if there's anything else that we can bring with us, just in case.
I feel if you were to go now and canvass this house, then you would probably walk into her grasp. My brain cannot even conceive of words today. You would be captured, Lansing, and that would not be to our advantage.
I think he was talking about canvassing this house.
Oh, this
looking
house.
for
This
things
house.
for advantage.
Feel free to canvass.
Through
Do not
Hargrave.
canvass my room, please.
Oh no, absolutely not. Especially since she put my name on the invitation as well.
She's been hanging around with us for a while now. And you were there yesterday.
Yes.
She knows your loyalties aren't with her.
Yes. And I am sticking to that, and he's looking directly at you, Ellie.
Then we'll need to get you armored up.
Take his hand. There it is. Go ahead.
No, well,
I'm not saying anything. I'm just taking his hand.
I will provide an adequate wardrobe befitting of a gentleman who's riding with us into battle.
Nora, do you want to come?
Yes. Yes, I do. Well, my name is on that invitation for a reason.
Yes, that's what I'm afraid of.
Are you going to ask me to stay?
No, I'm not going to ask you to stay. I'm going to offer you the opportunity to make a choice.
No. You all let me stay here, and you made me your pupil, and if there's any chance that Maglasang is alive, I need to go and help him. Please.
Yes, of course. Let's go and prepare some arcane nonsense then.
Yes. And so, mechanically, you all will be looking through your personal quarters items. And again, it doesn't have to be something that you can take portably with you. It could be something that you're thinking about, whatever. But you're going to look through any of your unmarked items. Unmarked items. And picking 3. Highlighting 3 of those unmarked items to bring with you to this confrontation.
Question.
Yep.
How does that interact with the collection?
Because you're the undeniable, I will let you pick from the collection too as part of it. So
I mean, if I mark things after this point, because it effectively gives me additional personal quarters items.
Oh, does it? Okay, so like basically it's a move on its own.
Yes.
Are you able to?
you
Okay, go ahead.
If you ever use these items, you can select another item and add it to your personal quarters at any time by scarring your reflection.
Ah, okay. I can see where this could work magically. So, yeah, because you're undeniable. So that's fine. Okay, fine. So three items, and then if you can actually work in like Marie Antoinette's stockings, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
My familiar is a move, not an and
yes. No, you can take Emma. It's fine.
I can take Emma as a fourth item. Cool. I will take Emma.
Yeah.
Or Emma will take herself. I'm never too sure about
that. And then like of course like Ellie, I mean like your pistol doesn't count because it's like it's always unmarked. So like I'm not gonna hold your pistol against you. So it's essentially 4 items for you too.
Okay. It is funny that you mention Marie Antoinette stockings, though.
Oh, God. Are you going to wear them into battle? What?
No. Nora is going to be joining us.
Right.
And so Nora needs additional assistance in terms of navigating whatever Mrs. Pemberton-Potts is going to deal with.
Right.
Marie Antoinette was known for being a person of charisma, a person of innocence who is removed from situations. So I figured that might be a powerful reagent for Mordecai and Nora. And I'm willing to scar my reflection,
Okay.
scar to give them that asset.
Okay.
And the same for John Wilkes Booth's death shroud.
Oh God. Ooh.
This was the shroud of an assassin. This was a man who, in the midst of a social event, struck down at a person in power. And I figure, in the same way that I wear Julius Caesar's blood-stained toga underneath my clothes to clot some wounds, it might be useful to Lansing to give at least a little bit more of an air of stealth.
Okay.
And then giving that to Ellie for her personal quarters. Or I don't know how you want to handle that. If I give the NPCs these items, does that affect anything?
I mean, like, we can, you can, like, tell me how it helps them,
Okay.
like if there's anything that will affect them. I mean, like, I'm writing this down so this way I can keep track that they have these items,
Okay.
and just remind me. So if there's any roles that you're getting Nora's help, Mordecai, or you're getting Lansing's help, Ellie, remind me, because then you get advantage because they're helping you with these items, right?
Okay.
So just remind me that's the advantage that you get. So.
And
I
these
forgot.
items
I totally
appear
forgot. So just rewinding a little bit back. So for Felix and Ellie's vulnerable scene, and for Mordecai and Felix's vulnerable scene, you both get clues, also TBDs that go into the new confrontation threat. So
Oh, okay.
put your thumbs on the scale for that once we get into it. Okay. Yeah. So a total of three new TBDs. Yes.
Okay.
I'm being very generous because it's like I really don't know how this works. So anyway, it's all good.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying myself. It's all good. I have a feeling I know how this is going to go, and you're gonna need all the help you can get. So, alrighty. Yeah. So you're arming them up, and you all are also arming yourselves up with whatever items that you're going to highlight.
I would have a question for Ellie before we go, because I have a lot of pressed flowers for whatever reason. And I know I wouldn't want to take one of them, but I don't know should I take the boutonniere of Tansy and Foxglove that I actually got from Miss Pemberton-Potts, or should I take the bouquet of clover and heather, which was a gift of the Man in the Sun mask, or the pressed camellia found in the book of erotic poetry, but probably not that one. But I'm not sure if I should actually take the thing that she gave me or take something else.
An interesting question.
Yes.
Uh,
I know that Tansy and Foxglove means something like we're at war now. But it has been given to me by her. So I think she might have some influence over it. But also I might have some influence over her through it. I think.
I kind of think that you might be able to make use of that link. And certainly the message, she's got to know that we know that we are understanding these messages. And so you showing up wearing it is like, yeah, we're at war.
Oh, okay. I mean, us coming early is also a declaration, but still, yes, thank you for your advice. We'll wear that then.
So, as you're getting geared up and all this kind of stuff, it's like if there's anything anybody needs to say to each other or to the NPCs, this is a great time to do it.
I need to talk to Lansing.
Okay. So, I mean, like, Felix takes Nora and Lansing into his room individually to get them geared up and all this kind of stuff. And after he comes out, what do you give him besides possibly the death shroud to get him changed into whatever to be ready for this?
Mm,
clothing wise, and or armor, whatever.
I give him a vest, some greaves, light leather, and layered cloth armor that fits subtly underneath his proper wardrobe that I've also given him. Perfectly fitted, very well made. Maybe with a couple of hidden pockets for additional things they needs to sneak in.
I mean, he definitely wants to keep his kosh with him. But if you have any extra knives, or whatever, then
I
he'll
can
definitely
I
take
can
that.
provide some blades.
Yeah, of course, of course. Um, but I think as he's changing Felix, like you'll notice him like kind of doing that motion, like when he was initially hurt by the Limehouse lurker, like he'll like kind of like
Mm,
rub his chest a little bit.
still stings, does it?
Yes, it's been it's been almost a warning for me ever since I felt it the night I was near the masquerade ball, and that's why I turned to look at that one individual, and I felt it then, and other times when I was in the house, and that's when I knew to look over the balustrade, and I saw the room. What does it mean?
Mm, it depends whether you want to be optimistic or realistic.
I'm always realistic, Mr.
No, you're
Ocasio.
not.
What do you mean by that?
Lansing, please. You're enamored with a woman so cursed that she's convinced that the only ending for her is death. And yet you still dally with her. You're a romantic, Lansing. You pursue justice in a world where if you took everything, the whole universe, ground it to the finest sand, you wouldn't be able to find an iota of justice. And yet you pursue it. So, let's try again. Do you want the optimistic take or the realistic one?
I want the take that you're going to give me, Mr. Ocasio.
Very well, then. And Felix will get uncomfortably close and trace fingers along the burn scar, that bit where blood leached out. It is a blessing from Apollo. He is known for healing. He is known for foresight. And that blood boiling through is a warning. It tells you what you need to know to be safe, to have an opportunity at a brighter future.
Before meeting you, I wouldn't have believed in gods.
Well, you don't worship me, at least.
No, I don't.
Good. I like that pride about you, Lansing. I like that pursuit of justice. It's that thing that makes you beautiful. And so long as you don't besmirch it, you'll remain beautiful.
I can only do what I can. And I can only hope it's the right thing in the right moment. And he continues to put on the armor and the clothing that you give him.
There's nothing more that needs to be said. Just a golden opportunity for that very intimate moment there. That moment of honesty, of hope. If he wants to take it.
I don't think he's going to.
Fair enough.
I mean, maybe that's why he felt the burn.
Yeah, I mean he is in the lion's den effectively.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, I mean, and then he'll take his leave of you, and I think before he takes leave of you completely, I think he's gonna look over his shoulder at you and give you a side eye and say, "Our conversation is not done yet, Mr. Ocasio. After this is all over, I hope we can have more words."
Hmm. That'll have to be done in places of worship, I'm afraid, and you don't seem like the praying sort.
No, I'm not. And then he'll take his leave of you. Yeah, what's Felix wearing?
Uh,
Besides the toga.
I am wearing. It is an outfit a couple of seasons out of date. It is appropriate for a Victorian knight. Uh, has the regalia of a knight commander, let's say.
Mhm.
With a couple of hints of the Royal Explorers Club upon it. And there is a diamond edelweiss on the breast.
Ooh, burn. Beautiful. And what is Mordecai and Ellie wearing?
I think Mordecai is wearing a suit, a very proper suit that you would wear if you're invited to high tea. It is stitched with runes and sigils and things, but they're all on the inside. You don't see them. And I think he wears the boutonniere, where in the place that you would usually wear them. He's also having the cane that Felix so kindly left him in his room. And the cat is, I think the cat is somewhere on his shoulder.
Yep.
Which makes that whole very proper attire a little weird.
But I think she looks, I mean, like she's just more there because of the contrast. I think it's really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And like her eyes are like almost glowing. So I think she's looking forward to whatever's going to happen. Well, yeah, but I think she's looking forward to whatever the hell's going to happen. So, yeah. Ellie.
Yeah, in contrast, I'm not dressing up. It's a deliberate insult that I am not treating this as an elegant social occasion for which I ought to dress nicely. I'm going to war. I'm going to war in the way that I am comfortable, which is my usual pretty shabby looking outfit, though I have at least, brushed up my coat so there isn't mud and dirt and such on it. And I have polished my nice fancy boots. But yeah, I'm me and I'm not making any apologies for it. And I'm not pretending to be anything I'm not.
Cool. And weapons, of course, are your gun and
Oh, yeah.
the knife. Okay.
Yeah, got my pistol, got my Bowie knife.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, we are going to call out the PQ items that you've decided to take for the recording. So yeah, let's start from left to right. So, Ellie, what did you decide to take from your personal quarters items besides your gun, of course?
Besides my revolver, I have a lock of red hair tied with a bit of thread. That's tucked into an inner pocket. Yeah. In some way, it's kind of a reminder of the enemy's humanity because she was sympathetic over Nate's death. But at the same time, it's sort of reminding me of how grief and obsession have driven her too far the way they drove him. I'm also taking the tooth that Erica lost when I beat her head against the floor. Dr. Clauser's bodyguard. And I'm taking Paris's arrow. Don't know that I'm likely to use it, but I'm taking it.
Okay. All right. Felix, what are you taking?
I'm taking the true name of an angel, slightly used. I am taking Suleiman Burker, the Angel of London's business card with a mild enchantment upon it, and a lovingly, if horribly knitted shawl left behind on the HMS Whippet, soaked in the azure tears of the newly grafted Dr. Clauser.
Amazing. Ooh. Amazing. I have Mordecai. What are you bringing? Besides Emma.
Besides Emma, I am bringing the boutonniere of Tansy and Foxglove that was given to me. I am taking the cane, edged with arcane rules and capped with the silver bronze snarling wolf's head. And I'm also taking the boon from Apollo because I don't know how to leave that behind anyway.
Right. You don't know when you're going to call upon it, right? So, all right. After you get all this set up and like everybody's geared to go, I think
I do want to talk with Lansing.
Oh, yes, yes. Go ahead. All right, so everybody's all geared up. I mean, like, Nora's got some kind of, I'm sure, like, Felix has given her some kind of, like, light armor to put over or under her boys' clothes and such. She's got her pendant.
She can dress and appropriately for tea, right? She has a dress.
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, she can dress.
And she doesn't need light armor. She will get some vests from Mordecai with the same sigils on them.
I guess. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So she'll be dressed appropriately then, but she'll keep the pendant underneath her vest and shirt, and she'll also carry like a little what the hell is it? Pouch, like in a like like a nondescript reticule and stuff like that. Like that has like necessary herbs and like the usual like protection things, salt, iron, that sort of thing. So. And yeah, so
and the stockings that she got from Felix.
Yeah,
does she wear them or is she carry?
She probably will put them on like over what stockings that she is wearing, already. So as you're all gathering and stuff like that, I mean, Ellie, you catch Lansing, I guess, coming out of Felix's room, and like he's geared up and stuff, and he's got the shroud. Maybe he's got the shroud like draped over like one shoulder and such. And he probably will ask you like, do you have a pistol or a knife?
Yeah, both. Well, I'll lead him into my room to get them, but I will close the door behind us. Now that I'm trying to say it, I'm not sure how to say it. I appreciate that you've been so willing to put up with all of this. And I'm so glad you're here. But I don't want to.
Are you trying to send me away?
No. But
good, because you can't get rid of me.
I want you to have your eyes open. I don't want to give you false hope. For the long term. You know about first. I think my control's slipping. And if I succumb, I don't think I'm coming back this time.
He's going to come up to you and he's going to put his forehead against yours. I'm sorry. Have you no way of curing it or dispelling it or whatever happens
I've
with
looked.
these things? Well, I don't regret knowing you or loving you, Ellie.
I don't regret loving you.
So many things I want to say. I'm not sure if they'll have any real meaning.
Yeah.
If you do turn permanently, hopefully you can direct it towards the people that deserve it. And
If it happens in the course of this fight, I think I can. In the longer term, consider me the kind of threat that Hargrave House exists to stop.
you mean like your friend? Well, you're not that yet.
No, not yet.
No. And until that happens, you are Ellie Fletcher.
That's right.
Fellow
Yeah.
warrior.
Yeah.
And we'll do our best to fight what threatens London and the people we love.
Yeah. We're gonna stop Mrs. Pemberton-Potts from bringing the forest to the city.
Yes.
One way or another, we're gonna stop her.
Yes. Yes, we will.
I'm glad you're here.
And he'll smile at you. I'm glad I'm here as well. With you. And he'll lean in to give you a kiss. Gentle, soft. And he will draw away a little bit at the end because he will start to rub his chest.
All right. What's up?
It's fine. It's nothing.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. What time do you think that you tackle? Like, you make your way to Wreath Hall?
Let's see.
If not 10
tea
p.m.
time would be.
I mean, tea
Yeah.
time is 4 o'clock, 4 p.m., right? So
Yeah.
we go
Sounds
at
good to
tea
me.
time.
I think
We
as you're gearing up, and you don't really notice this because the windows and such have still been barricaded by the plants that Nora and the Dryad had encouraged, and Nim had helped with. You didn't notice that there was a storm that had started to brew over London, and it was moving the fog away with a strong wind, and it was forcing people to take shelter, and the rains began, and then the rain stopped, and then in its wake was some kind of even stronger fog or mist. The air feels damp and just heavy, weighted, and dark even for this time of day.
Yes.
And your progress down the street to your neighbor seems a lot longer than it would normally take. When you get to Wreath Hall, the door looks normal, but the wreath itself looks as if it has not been tended for a few weeks. The flowers are dried, the branches are brittle.
I don't like it.
Nope. Nope. Her attention is elsewhere, and if she stopped paying attention to proprieties and appearances, yeah, she's at war just as much as we are. She's at the tipping point now.
Then shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
Knock.
Well, the knocker is still in the middle of the wreath, so you do the knocker.
Yep.
I think at the third knock, the door will just swing with a very ominous creak open.
Someone should have all these hinges, really.
Nobody's standing
one's-
there?
Oh,
Step into my parlor, said the spider to the fly.
All right.
I'm just gonna stride on in.
It's very dark here. You don't remember this being as dark. But then again, she always had some sconces and lamps lit very merrily. And remember that you had the impression of it being very cozy and welcoming. That is not here anymore. In fact, as you all step in, and the only light that comes in is through the door.
can I strike a
dark as it is.
magical light for us?
Absolutely. Go for it.
I will do that. I will
Yeah.
just assume that I can. I will
Yeah,
create
I mean,
this
like,
glowing thing.
As
that
you
is
you just do it, and when
Yeah.
you light it up, you see that in the rooms that are visible from the foyer, there's no furniture here. It's deserted.
Oh.
The only thing that you see is, you see the embroidered wallpaper, like the very fancy, cloth wallpaper on the walls still, but it looks like it has not been tended for, as if people haven't been here for some time. And the floor just has, instead of the area rugs, it has clods of dirt there, and maybe some brittle vines. And as you strike up the magical light, maybe on an opposite wall from the one sitting room that you have been familiar with, Nora will gasp. Look! And she'll point at the wall. And on the wall, you will see. Come find me in the heart of the forest, Hargrave House, if you dare. It's scratched on the wall by something sharp, something uneven.
Yeah, this is unconventional. However,
Edmund,
Mr.
show us to that room
Yes.
with the orb.
Yes. It's through here. And he'll take you down the hall and through, one of the, he'll actually take you to what was the library.
Mhm.
And if you remember from how it was described, the pathways that were etched on the floor, they're not random anymore. they all head towards one archway that was not there. I mean, maybe there was there was like a big shelf of books that you remember was there before. Now there's a big archway. It's dark, but there's a glow from further down within it. It's there. Look.
Okay. I'm gonna prowl ahead. My eyes have flared green,
He'll
and I'm not
Lansing
moving with entirely human grace.
Lansing will try to keep up with you, as best as he can, just to back you up, ready. And you fling open the door. You'll see what he's described and what he drew for Felix, which is essentially the great crystal quartz sitting in that stone pedestal with a crack in it. And actually, the crack has gotten bigger, as if somebody had been slammed into it. And beyond it, on the far wall, opposite you, looks like a glowing portal. Glowing purple mist. Beyond it, you see what looks like tall, thin trees.
Well, I'll wait for the rest to catch up.
I would take a look, at least a glance, at the crystal thingy to see what. This was where Holzer drained Magnuson, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any trace of either of them?
You don't see anything in the crystal at the moment, although if you want, you have access to the forest sense, I will say.
Oh, right.
You can ask
a
pertaining question. Yeah,
right.
You can ask a pertaining question.
Especially
here.
Especially here.
Yes.
I think
and I will give you advantage since you are here.
Thank you. Okay, I will do that. I think I'd do it with sensitivity, right?
Yeah. Oh God, yes, here.
Yeah, okay.
You don't get double advantage because Emma's here, okay? I mean, like, it's just advantage.
No, I'm not trying to draw something to me, so I wouldn't anyway. Yeah, I've got a 9 and 11.
12. Yeah.
12, right? 12. Yeah. No, well,
Okay.
get a mastermind clue now.
Yeah. Okay. So. Well, I mean, you don't really need it at this point, but yeah, I mean, like your question is like to see what happened with Maglasang and Holzer.
Holzer, yes.
Yeah, I think as you're looking into the crystal itself, and I think maybe you hear like it's not a meow, perhaps, it's more like like from Emma. And like, she's looking into the crystal herself.
Okay.
Like, like she's on your shoulder, right?
Yeah,
and like maybe she's trying to paw at it, and then when she puts her paw on the crystal, like it'll swirl, like the mist in the crystal will swirl, and you see what essentially looks like Dr. Holzer dragging Maglasang. Maglasang, who looks very weak, onto a tree and and strapping him to its branches, like kind of hauling him up to be strapped to some branches.
Okay.
And then I think Nora will see what you see and Maglasang.
I think we should find her and get him from these branches.
Yes.
Particularly healthy. But to do that, I think we need to go through there. Yes, that's
during all this mystical stuff. Ellie's just been pacing, ready to go.
Yes, let's go.
Felix is just looking at this environment, just how despondent it is.
Challenge issued. Yeah. So, if you go into it, yeah, just tell me what the order is, and I will go from there.
I'm taking the lead unless someone stops me from taking the lead.
Nope. And then Lansing would be following after you.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And then probably
I will
Nora.
follow. No,
Oh.
not Nora. I will follow. I will go before Nora.
Okay. Then
Mordecai.
Nora, then me taking up the rear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think as you go through, the camera will watch you all like go through this mist, go down an undistinct path through the mist, through the trees, and then the portal will slowly close like an eye closing, and then the quartz will actually like swirl mist, and we see your figures going further into the forest, and we see like the tops of the forest and the mist, and above the mist and the top of the canopy on a hill we'll see something that looks like a manor house, also swathed in mist and with trees and flowers looming over it in the distance. And that's where we're going to close today's episode, because everything will roll right into everything for the finale. Stars and wishes. Oh man.
This was just great. I loved all the vulnerable scenes with Felix and Ellie and Felix and Mordecai and Ellie, and it was all great. And I loved our preparations and the guy running off with after handing over the message and the whole message thing. And damn it, Rosie, you could have had a nice life, right? But no, you have to take revenge on the freaking crown. Come on. Everything needs to be a forest. Yeah, I love the descriptions of the clothing and like, yeah, it was just great. Okay. Wishes wise, I don't think I have any particular wishes. I want to see what's going to happen. That's my wish. That's my wish. And I'm very curious what will grow in Lansing's chest.
I appreciated the vulnerable scenes as well. Mordecai effectively playing Felix, who is very simple. He has very obvious buttons, and Mordecai has finally found them and knows how to play. Like that was a fun scene. And the implications for the future. Like there's this friendship and camaraderie there. That like both of them acknowledge might not last much longer, but they're still like ribbing each other being friends, which we don't get to see Felix in that light a lot. And I appreciate Mordecai presenting that aspect. And then Ellie being very vulnerable. The road's not taken speech, like I said before, was very good, very wistful. I appreciated Ellie like staying true and resisting the temptation. Like Felix has offered 3 times and struck out every time, and that's okay. I like that everyone is pretty committed at this point. we're not gonna trust Felix.
Yeah.
And Mads just giving opportunity for Felix to play off with Lansing. I don't know. It's a respect from Felix's part, and I think Lansing just does not like Felix, does not trust him, and that's good. That's okay. Wish. Uh, I would like an opportunity to like go through the rest of my masks of the past, especially given the revelation that the one that he loved was Mrs. Pemberton-Potts. Um, I uh want there to be, I don't know, like just the resolution to see what happens. Because if Felix gets what he wants, he's back on Olympus. He doesn't need to deal with this mortal thing anymore. Um, or if it doesn't work out, and like I mark the bloody threshold, and like he's just gone. Um, yeah.
Well, as everybody has said, the stars all round. This was a terrific episode for insight into characters and for the relationships between the characters. Uh Ellie and Mordecai are just so sweet together in a way that I never expected at the start of this campaign. And I'm sure that neither of them ever expected when they first started working together. Because they are wildly different people. But they've developed this mutual respect and friendship that is extremely sweet. And that's just aw. And Ellie and feel and she can open up to him in a way that she really can't to anybody, including Lansing. I mean, there's stuff she doesn't tell Lansing that she will tell Felix or will tell Mordecai. Felix, on the other hand, I think she's nowhere near as frustrated by Felix as she used to be. It used to be just, oh God, can't you take anything seriously? Oh God, how self-centered can one entity be? Now she's like, yeah, okay, I know how self-centered one entity can be. That's Felix. We just deal with it. Uh, and yeah, she just I know what to expect, and yeah, not gonna take that offer. I know that road leads to being tied in a way that does not feel right for me at all. I would literally rather die than be bound to worship of anybody. Uh, and yeah, and the scene with Lansing. Ellie has been dreading telling him these things, and she couldn't put it off any longer. He took it better than she feared he would. She still doesn't think that if it came down to it, he would put her down. She figures Ellie and she figures Felix and Mordecai can be trusted to do what's necessary if it becomes necessary. But she thinks Lansing will hesitate, and that hesitation might kill him. So she hopes that the other two will be around if it becomes. Yeah, comes to that point. And as for wishes, yeah, I am looking forward to seeing how all this plays out. And oh boy, I I don't I think it is highly likely that Lansing is not walking out the other side of this. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. Who knows?
Who knows? Depends on your rolls. I'm gonna say that right now. Depends on how much which dice is gonna be on your side next time. A lot more rolling next time for sure. Holy crap. Yeah, this was a great episode, I will say, because I enjoyed watching all of the vulnerable scenes and just I love these characters so much. I mean, regardless of how we thought it started, there's so much in common between everybody. I mean, Mordecai and Ellie they're both not going to be the same after this. I mean, or, like, eventually. I mean, like, they're just going to turn and it's not going to be the same. And, what makes people beautiful, I mean, like, their sense of freedom, and Felix wants to be free to be like divine again, and just, oh man, yeah, he's like railing against that himself, and I think that's part of the petulance of the character, and it's like, Mike, you're doing so well, like, you're making this known. Oh my gosh. But also serious moments, and also some like, slight humor in the situation as well, and just, again, I mean, like, these characters are just, oh, I love them so much, and I'm just gonna hate to see them go. So, but I'm also a fan of like tragedy. So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, the Lansing thing. I mean, like, the man's literally gonna stick to his guns, and we'll see what kind of trouble that gets him into for next time. And hopefully Nora will be able to see Maglasang alive. Again, that will be determined by how it goes. I don't know. I mean, like, will you guys be able to save him? I don't know. And what choices are you going to have to make to save everybody else, too? That I hope to make you choose real hard. That's the joy I get from doing this kind of stuff. It's like, what kind of choices can I make you make? All right, great. So, anyway, stars all around. I mean, like, there's, like, you guys have already mentioned all the different parts that have just, like, been so beautiful about this particular episode that I'm not going to reiterate because, yeah, it's so awesome. And, yeah, wishes, oh man, I hope to wrap this up satisfactorily for everyone, regardless of how it turns out. Okay. And, yes, wish is to definitely have a debrief episode, like, where we can go over what you thought, feedback, this is still a playtest, and what you thought of the whole thing, especially with, like, new rules.
I really like the idea of using that debrief to narrate any
oh yes, any remaining
masks of the past that we hadn't gotten to.
Yeah, I mean, and if you want to do any remaining, like, other masks that you hadn't gotten to, like, this session, then, like, to do them in the very beginning of next session, and then we'll go into the remainder of the confrontation. So that's perfectly fine. Yeah. Oh, wow. All right. So a lot to look forward to for next time. Yay. So happy gaming to you all. Have a wonderful week. Oh, Lord. And you're not the only ones going through this. The other group is also going through their part 2 confrontation next week as well. So I'm like, and their solution is different than yours. So, yeah.
Not Sissy's fault at all.
No, not Sissy's fault at all. Sorry.
I think ours is better.
Yeah. So, very different. So, yeah. All right. You guys have a wonderful week.
Thanks for running, Matt.
Absolutely. You guys are great.
Thank you as always.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye, guys.